look at where we are. What can I do? That's the future. And so when it happens to you, just know that I warned you about it. So you can't go back and say, I didn't tell you so. You can't go back and say, I didn't warn you about the future. Just like I said, Mandalorian would get cancer. How does a man predict another man's cancer? Predicting Mandalorian's cancer is just a preview. I predicted the future before. Also, when I predicted that Streamy was gonna go down, and when I predicted, like I told one of my stalkers in the past that they would go and get cancer, then they went on to go and get cancer. Why do you get mad at me for predicting the future correctly? Like, what's wrong with you? Why can't you just say thank you? I didn't choose this. I didn't choose this life, did I? Don't fucking blame me. You're gonna make threats at me just because I predict somebody's future correctly so. I think I'm God just because I say somebody he's gonna get cancer. You get mad at me because you got cancer. Because you got cancer because I predicted it. I said you're gonna get cancer. Then when he got it, you're gonna get mad at me. For what? Predicting the future? Why? I think if I predict somebody's cancer before their doctor, I think that is a prophetic insight. I think that if I'm able to tell somebody that you're going to get cancer, and then a few years down the line they get a message from the doctor saying they have cancer, are you gonna blame me then for correctly predicting their cancer and saying to them all the while, saying you shouldn't be a troll because when you want to split off with other people from the communication that they offer and you want to create rot within that, then you're generating cancer within yourself, not just externally but internally too. And then he went on to go and get cancer. Like, you're upset because God's power is stronger than whatever your will was. Does God not speak clearly enough? You want to be a satanic and you want to be in my way. God has a message for you, and you still want to mock me. How many people in the world do you know that predicted other people's cancer? That's real. Did I not predict his cancer or what? I did. And you want to be mad at me because I tell you what's in the future? You're gonna get mad at me too when Washington blows up. You're gonna blame me for that? Even though you crossed me every single time, thus invoking my visions, right? Every time you cross me, that's how you invoke my visions. So if you keep crossing me, I'm sure Washington, D.C. will be blown up. That's the message from God. You cross me, you're gonna get exactly what you ask for. That's the message. So keep crossing me. See how it goes for you. Last time it was cancer on somebody. Next time it's gonna be Washington, D.C. blown up. And last time before that, by the way, I said there will be an upheaval, an uprising, if you will, over this. What happened? A vegetable uprising came up. All my predictions become true. So when I say the world is going to be destroyed, then the world will be destroyed, especially when you cross me, right? Because you could also listen to me. Maybe you'd find that you could prevent some of the things that I tell you is going to happen if you go down this path. If you continue in that direction, destruction, mutual destruction is surely assured. I tell you the future as it will happen, but you're not listening. You're not listening. You blame me for the things you invoke yield into the reality. I don't do nothing. I sit here. You blame me for the rot you create in the world. Whose fault is that? My fault? Don't think so. Is it my fault he got cancer? Don't think so. He lived his life. How could I put cancer on him? I just told him he would get cancer. I told him he would get cancer. Then he went to go and get cancer. Here's the picture to prove it. Don't get mad at me for telling you the truth. Remember this picture? I drew this back in 2017. I made a statement. I said, to have cancer, it disrupts the body functions. You can have brain cancer, lung cancer, leukemia, and other forms of cancer. I made this in before he invoked his cancer on him. I said, this is how cancer works. But in the same way, if you disrupt other people's progress, if you are cancer and you spam, lie, deceive, copycat, etc., 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 then this split between you and your external environment to try and split away what God has put together creates a miscommunication between the cells. So if you refuse to work together with the cells, you will have different cells doing different things. And this one thinks it should be doing this thing, and this one, and so they start like killing each other because inside, internally, these cannot communicate. And so if one sells and one decides to break down communication with one's neighbors and everything, then who knows what the neighbor's doing and what I'm doing and what this, and it will reverberate from the internal to the external and thus give cancer. And I explained this in 2017. And guess who went on to go and get cancer? The people that I went and said this to, Mandalorian specifically. He gets mad because I told him, don't do that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that, because you're gonna get cancer. And then they wanted to cross me. They went on to go ahead and be exactly like that. Then they invoked their cancer because the choice was simple. Don't do that. Don't be like that. God is gonna come and give you cancer. I'll say it again. If you are exactly like Mandalorian, you're gonna get cancer. God is gonna fuck you in the ass. And that's how it's gonna be, right? So if you're gonna stand in my way, God is gonna fuck you in the ass.